Vloggity vlog. What is up, guys? David here for another vloggity vlog, and I hope that every single one of you is having a wonderful day. And today it is 49 degrees, but I didn't feel like wearing my jacket in my car. I'm one of those people where it's like, if it starts drying up your back or something, I'm just like, no, stop right now. I'm gonna talk about a topic that is an elephant in the room for me, and I think it's really important. Kind of like my car culture videos are released recently, which, by the way, thank you, all of you, for watching those videos. I put so much work into those. But anyway, let's move on. But I'm gonna use a term that is pretty easy to understand, but I'm gonna analyze it. So I'm gonna use the term car guy, or car girl, or car person. So I get emails all the time of people asking me, you know, how can I get into the car scene? People judge me. You know, I don't know that much about the car world, but I want to get into it, yet I'm being judged, and I don't want to get into something where people just judge me the whole time. Okay, fair argument, totally fair. So where does this problem come from? Well, honestly, I think it's not because of the term car person. I think it's because there's different types of car people. And this is gonna sound very pedestaled, but I'm gonna use me as an example. As you guys know, I am not a mechanical savvy person. It's just, it's done. I fully admit it. I'm just not. Like, for example, I did my sway bars on this car, and when I was under the car, I was like, okay, so which bolts do I start with? Meanwhile, my friend Dan goes, oh, it's obviously, it's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'm like, huh? So, I'm starting off with this. There's two types of car people, in my opinion. There's the mechanical side. They're very tech savvy. They like to tinker. They like to tear things apart, which is super intriguing to me. And there's the other side, who's more involved in the culture, more about seeing their friends, more about going to events, more about all these things, and also more about history. That is my huge thing. I am a history nerd through and through. I think a lot of this is our upbringing and what our parents' roles are in our lives. So then there's the other side, where the child is really into cars. He might be an engineering type, or he might be a tinkerer type, but more than likely, he's gonna be the person who had the Lamborghini poster on their wall. They're gonna be the people that are really into that history of where cars came from, who was responsible for these brands emerging and all these things. And so when you have these two different kinds of car people, I think about it. I think about it a lot, especially when I meet people. Is this person more of the mechanic side, or is this person more of, I just like cars? This 240 project that I've been helped with by my friends from the ground up, you know, I would be nothing without them. Fully admitted, this 240, I would be able to do it myself, but I would need so much more time, and I'm trying to get the car done. You know, I'm trying to get it out there for you guys, so that's why I'm having experienced people help me out. However, due to this, there's been a lot of backlash about me. And it might not be apparent, but it's more my private messages. So like, I get emails a lot saying, you know, David, I was a big supporter of you, but I find you a hypocrite because you've never rebuilt an engine yourself before. And I'm like, that's weird. Okay, so your argument is that I'm not a car person because I've never rebuilt an entire car by myself. Everybody starts with their first one, first of all. And second, that is ridiculous. My main point is, imagine I'm at a car event and somebody came up to me and said, oh, are you David Patterson? I said, yeah, absolutely, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And they say back, you know what? I loved your reviews and stuff, but I find you a hypocrite because you're probably not as knowledgeable as you claim to be, or you're probably not as much of a car person because you never built a car yourself. So this is where I come back and I politely say, okay, so if I stood here and quizzed you about car history and you didn't know it, does that make you automatically not a car person? Like, for example, Imagine if I asked this person, did you know that Ford beat Ferrari 4 times in a row at 24 Hours of Le Mans? Okay, you're not a car person. Did you know that their whole reason Lamborghini existed was because it was a middle finger to Ferrari for not accepting his advice? Okay, you're not a car person. Did you know that Valentino Balboni was their test driver for 40 years? You're not a car person. You know, it's kind of like all these little hidden backstories about companies and about the history of this culture are important. They're important because that is what built these cars along. Ford, for example, holy crap, dude, they got their crap together. They did amazing things these past 5 years, but before that, they had a bad reputation. It's just so silly. Like, why does it matter? Like, can't one person and another person who are into 2 different things be interested in the same thing? It just blows my mind. I don't get it. I don't get it. Or I could be even more of a jerk and be like, oh, you haven't driven over 100 cars like I have? Oh, you're not a car person. You can't have opinions about any cars that you've never driven it. Like, imagine how much of a jerk that would make me look. Yet it's coming right back when somebody who's experienced with engines says, oh, you're not a car person because you never really worked on detailed amount of engine work. Yet that's exactly what the other person's doing. They're saying, since I haven't done something A to B, then that doesn't make me this. Don't be that guy. I am telling you, it's the same accusation kind of feeling. Imagine you're at another car event and this poor soul that's trying to get into the car culture asks you, how does a turbo work? How does a supercharger work? What is forced induction? What does a transmission do? And all of a sudden you come back and be like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. Why would you say that? I know it sounds like a little bit of a rant today, but I'm calling you out. So what is the point of me saying all this? My point is, don't let anybody bring you down. Whatever kind of person you are, whatever kind of hobby you're in, no matter how experienced or inexperienced you are, don't let anybody bring you down and tell you you're not somebody. All right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. I know it was good catching up with all you guys, and I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section below. In the comments below, let me know, how many different types of car people do you believe there are? Or is there just an infinite amount? I mean, there's some people who are really balanced and they know kind of both sides of the trade, or are there people just good at one thing or the other? I'd love to hear what you guys say. Thank you all so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a fantastic day. Vlog!